Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today is Melinda Akers, Youth Program Director at the Clinton YMCA. Melinda, it's been a while. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for making time for us as always. And I can't believe we're here already.
I know.
End of school. Yeah, summertime, end of school, which means, of course, Camp Osage time.
Yep,
let's dive into
right.
let's dive into Camp Osage. Tell us about Camp Osage.
Okay, so we're really excited for the season to kick off. Camp for us starts on June 2nd, so the day right after school, and we are ready to go.
Very good. Yeah. Camp Osage, for maybe folks new to the community, maybe kids are kind of finally aging into Camp Osage and they've heard about it, but they don't know exactly what it is. Describe Camp Osage for us.
Yeah, so it's a day camp that we run through the YMCA. It's from 7 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. at night. You can drop your kids off anytime in the morning and pick them up anytime after. So after you're off of work, so not like they have to be there from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's just the hours that we're open. We take them on lots of activities and field trips, and we've got lots of things planned this summer. We're usually at a park, playing games and just being active. So
yeah, keeping kids moving during the summer.
Right.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Engaged, active, all the things.
Off of the electronics and outside.
That's probably my favorite thing about Camp Osage is no electronics allowed.
That's right.
Yeah,
no electronics. We love that part because it just, when they get home, they're going to be a little bit tired, and that's okay. But it does keep them, engaged and, active. So we love that.
Totally. Well, let's dive into Camp Osage kicks off on June 2nd. You mentioned, Melinda. You're wanting folks to get registered for camp early this year and with a new twist on registration. Dive into this with us.
So this year, for the first time, we have all online registration. So what that means is that in the past, we have had registration where you can come into the YMCA, pick up a packet, fill it out, and take it to the front desk and get registered. This year, you can visit our website, Clinton YMCA website, and it's all online. You answer all of the same questions that you would have on the paper, and then you just walk through the process, and there is a $25 registration fee for registering for camp. That also comes with a t-shirt for the kid. We wear those on field trip days, so those are kind of important. But the online part of it is super easy. It's super, and it's great for us too. So it's beneficial in both ways.
Yeah. Well, and it's just the same forms. It's just electronic now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have a copy of the parent handbook if you are wanting to catch up on all of the details, which I highly recommend that everybody go through the handbook and read that, because it gives you just like general information about what to bring to camp. Our policy and procedures on discipline and, how we bill your account for camp and just different things like that. So definitely read the parent handbook. But we would like everybody to get registered before the first day of camp, because that's going to make it a smooth transition when you come and drop your child off in the morning. You won't have to go and do the registration before dropping them off.
Yeah, so, sure. But that's not to say, someone may, realize a couple weeks into summer, they need, they need this for their children, that sort of thing. Can they continue to register?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So it's not that you do not have to register by a certain date. We leave the registration open all summer long.
Okay.
So if you realize at the beginning of summer, I don't need camp right now, and then July comes around and maybe things change for you and you do need camp, you can register at any time.
Okay, very good. So keep that in mind. And with that registration piece, Melinda, just to kind of pivot away from Camp Osage, if I'm not mistaken, like once you go through that registration process once, that paperwork you fill out online, you can then use for, say, YZone next year and other programs. Am I remembering that right?
So we do for YZone, it would be the same exact form, and you would have to register separately for YZone.
Okay.
However, it will make it easier, especially if you are new to the Y and you've never had a program and you've never entered a program at the Y.
Okay.
There are instructions as well on the website. So if you have never registered for a program at the Y, you can click on that form and it is going to tell you specifically how to set up an account, and all of those things to get rolling with, the registration process.
Got it.
We are definitely going to be doing online registration in the future for youth sports and for YZone.
Okay.
So like I said, it's going to be the same form. You will have to go back and register for YZone.
Yeah.
However, you will know how to do it because you've been through it one time. So it's gonna be easier.
Well, and to be honest, typing out a lot of what you're asking for in that registration form is so much easier than writing it out.
Absolutely. And honestly, there's drop down boxes on something. So it's not like you're even having to write a whole lot of things,
Sure.
But yeah, so it is. And I feel like because I've registered, had to do paper. Even though I'm the director, I still have to register my daughter, and the online is much quicker.
Sure.
Much quicker.
Yep.
Yes, I do want to advise everybody that the authorized pickup, as I'm seeing these registrations come back through, your authorized pickup list, that's who is able to pick up your child from camp.
Sure.
And I see a lot of those not filled out to the fullest.
Okay.
So if it's great if it's just going to be, mom and dad picking up, but if anybody else ever needs to pick up your child from camp, they need to be listed on that authorized pickup. So when filling out that form, think about that a little bit, and then maybe add an additional person that that in a time of crunch, this person could pick up your child.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that even if you fill out the form and you think 2 weeks into camp, I have to have so-and-so pick up my child, you can let us know at pick up or drop off and say, hey, I need this person to pick up tomorrow or, on whatever day. And we can get that person added to the authorized pickup. But it's much easier when you're filling out the form to have those people already listed on there.
Sure. Yep. Vital piece of that. I know.
Absolutely.
Yep,
yes.
for sure.
Yeah,
very good. Melinda Akers, youth program director at the Clinton YMCA, in studio with us on the Zoom here, in studio with us here this morning. Melinda, let's dive into back to the Camp Osage piece a little bit. You talked about drop off pickup. I know field trips are a big part of that. Just, I guess, speak to the field trips and, maybe what you've got planned for the kids this summer.
Yeah. So we are on Mondays, we will be visiting the pool at Monticello. And that's kind of just like every single Monday. We try to do it to where parents can prepare ahead of time. So we're not going to the pool on different days of the week every week. It's just going to be on a Monday. We'll go at noon when they open, and we'll be there till about 2. We will go to a park over in Monticello. Once we leave the YMCA in the morning, we'll go to the park, and then we'll transition into the pool. And we'll be back by 3:00. Tuesdays are our field trip days. We have lots of fun field trips planned. We're going to be going to the bowling alley and to the zoo, a lot of outdoor pools. We've got the Children's Museum in Bloomington, which is always a hit with the kids. They love the Children's Museum. We also are going to be going to a Corn Belters game again this year. that was really fun. And then something new for us this year is the Peoria Riverfront Museum. And they have a planetarium, and you can watch educational movies. And so we're excited for that one as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know in some of these, there is a fee associated with them.
Sure.
You let parents know that up front.
Yes.
Type of stuff.
So we have an activity schedule that gets posted prior to that week of camp.
Right.
And that will tell you, what the cost of going to the pool is, what the cost of the field trip is for that week. And how we manage that is, if your child comes to camp that day, then they automatically are going on the field trip, and that will be charged to your account just like a day of camp. So you don't have to worry about sending cash with them. You don't have to worry about a charge being added on there for the field trip on whatever day we go. It's just wrapped up in your camp fee when you pay for your camp days.
Sure.
Yes.
Very good. Well, on that note, Melinda, rather than start to dive into more, let's go ahead and break, and we'll come back. How do folks, again, where do they find that registration, that online registration piece you're encouraging folks to take advantage of? Again, when does camp start? How do folks learn more? All those things.
Yeah, so you can find the registration form at ClintonCommYMCA.org. Go to the youth tab, and then there is a camp tab that you can click on and find that registration form and handbook. Camp's going to start June 2nd, and we're open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Very good. Well, on that note, Melinda, let's take a break, come back with some more. Again, Melinda Akers, Youth Program Coordinator for the Clinton YMCA, our guest in studio. More to come with Melinda on the WHOW Morning Show. WHOW.
I'm weatherology meteorologist Derek Height with a significant weather update brought to you exclusively by ServPro of Piatt, DeWitt counties, your fire, storm, and water restoration specialists. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for sections of Christian, Shelby, and Macon counties until 10:30 a.m. this morning. This cluster of storms will bring with it the threat for both large hail and straight-line damaging winds. Pea-sized hail and winds up to 60 miles an hour are likely as it moves east at about 30 miles an hour. Stay tuned for additional updates. I'm meteorologist Derek Height.
Information.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Double-digit higher with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat at this hour. July corn up 17 3/4, 473.5. September corn up 16.5, 479.5, and December corn 495 up 14. July beans up 38.5, 1215.5. August beans up 36 1/4, 1212 3/4. November beans 1204 up 33 1/4. July wheat 660 up 24 1/4. July KC wheat 702.5 up 14.5. July bean meal up 550, 339.80. July bean oil up $1.51, 75.39. Livestock trade May feeders down half $1, 368.17. June live cattle up 90 cents, 254.80. June lean hogs 99.22 up 47 cents. Energy market July Brent crude oil down 66 cents, 108.60.
Hey, it's Shane from Highway 51 Exchange, your mower and equipment service pros just south of Clinton. Click our banner ad on DeWittDailyNews.com or give us a call to schedule your free pickup and delivery today. Highway 51 Exchange.
Spring brings brighter days and more time to enjoy them. Your home should too. At Hickory Point Garden Homes in Forsyth, enjoy one-story living and walking paths right outside your door. Spend less time on upkeep and more time enjoying spring. To learn more, click RIHAM at DeWittDailyNews.com. Spring just has a way of putting a little more energy into everything. Brighter days, warmer air, and more reasons to get out and enjoy it. Your home should keep up with that. At Hickory Point Garden Homes, you'll have your own one-story duplex with bright open spaces, a private patio, and neighborhood walking paths just outside your door for that perfect stroll in the spring sunshine. You can spend less time managing your home and more time enjoying the warm spring days ahead. See what that feels like at Hickory Point Garden Homes in Forsyth, Illinois, and step into comfortable living for 55 and better.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you this morning by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, my guest in studio today, Melinda Akers, Youth Program Director at the Clinton YMCA. Melinda, we're talking Camp Osage, and I didn't mean to bury this for folks at home listening, wanting to know camp and cost. Let's talk about it. What do we know?
So we have two different price points. Camp is $56 per day, or if you send your child all 5 days, it's $280.
Okay.
That is without a youth membership. If you get your child a youth membership, which is $20 a month, the cost goes from $56 down to $40. So almost in 1 day of camp, you've paid for the youth membership. I highly recommend going that route, even if you only plan on bringing your child a few days of the month to camp, because it definitely pays for it. So with that youth membership, camp is then $40 per day and $200 per week.
Okay.
Yes.
What about like folks with a family membership?
That is perfect because you will get that $40.
You get that $40.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you already have a family membership, and your child is on your account for that, then it would be the $40 per day.
Got it.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. So
Absolutely.
keep that in mind as you're registering for camp this summer. And I know, again, Melinda, registration is underway for camp, and you want folks to do it online. For folks wondering, what do I need to send my kid with every day? Obviously these special field trips will probably have some extra things to pack along. But how about just the day-to-day things that kids are going to need?
Yes. So every day we need the campers to come with a lunch, a couple snacks. So we have morning snack, we have afternoon snack, and then a refillable water bottle. It's important to have one of those so that we can just bring a case of water, and if they need a refill, they have a bottle to put it in. And then if we are swimming, if there's any sort of swimming on the schedule, obviously swim stuff. So swimsuit, goggles, towel. So we are trying to get donations of swimsuits. Maybe you're going through your kids' clothes and you realize, these swimsuits no longer fit. We will take them because there are times when campers come and, we forget things every now and again, and they have one part to the swimsuit, but not the other part, or they've got the towel, but they don't have the swimsuit. So, if anybody would like to donate swimsuits to the YMCA, children's sizes, even, an adult, small, medium, that would be fantastic for us.
I should know this. Do you keep sunscreen on hand, or is that something the kids need to bring?
Yes. So we ask that each camper brings 2 spray sunscreens and 2 spray bug sprays with them. And we keep that in a community pile. And then every single day we take a ton of sunscreen and we make sure the kids are sunscreened multiple times of the day. So
surprised you don't go through a bottle of sunscreen in a day, maybe more.
We do actually. Yes, we do. Because when we get even to a park, even if it's not a swimming activity, we're putting sunscreen and bug spray on. And if it's a really hot, sunny day, we're applying more times than just one.
Sure.
Yes. And if we're at an outdoor pool, we are applying morning, when we get to the pool, halfway through our swim session. So we definitely are going through the sunscreen a lot.
Are you asking for donations for other parts of camp, whether it be snacks or anything like that, or does the Y provide all of that?
Any sort of games would be great. Card games, we love Uno. We have lots of Uno. Or if you have sidewalk chalk, we go through a lot of sidewalk chalk and bubbles, water balloons. We usually on Fridays try to do have a little fun day with them at a park, but we'll take some water balloons and things like that.
Sure.
So anything like that would be great too.
Very good. Very good. Well, again, Melinda, I've got about a minute and a half. By the way, did I miss anything about camp you want to make sure we mention?
If there's anybody that would like to send their child and is in not sure about the cost or if they can afford it, they can also apply for CCRN. That is a financial assistance program through the state of Illinois. We also offer scholarship at the YMCA. So if you stop by, we can get you the forms to fill out for that.
All right, very good. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
glad you put that out there.
Absolutely.
Melinda, one more time. I've got a minute left with you. If you don't mind, highlight when camp starts, registration, online registration, where they go for it all. Can you highlight those briefly for us?
Yes. So camp starts June 2nd. We will be there with bells on at 7 a.m. Registration is open. Visit our website at clintoncom.org and go to the youth tab camp registration.
And again, you can register for camp at any point during the summer, correct?
Any point. Yes, absolutely.
Very good. Melinda, it's always good to talk to you. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank
And
you.
I know we'll be seeing you this summer.
Awesome.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Melinda Akers is the youth program director for the Clinton YMCA, our guest in studio here for this morning. Again, the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. To find replays of our morning show videos, just visit Facebook and YouTube. And again, those replays of our morning shows are there as well. Network news comes your way now.
WHOW.